Umar ibn Al-Khattab was not born a king, nor was he born into luxury. He was a strong, fearless warrior, known for his strictness and discipline. But above all, he was known for something greater, his honesty and justice. Long before he became the ruler of the vast Muslim empire, Umar was a man of great strength and intelligence. People feared him for his power. But what truly made him great was his sense of responsibility toward the people. He did not see himself as above them. He saw himself as a servant of the people. One night, Umar disguised himself and walked through the streets of Medina, as he often did, to see how his people were living. He believed that a leader should not sit in a palace unaware of the struggles of his people. As he walked, he came across a small, broken-down house. Inside, he heard the voices of children crying from hunger. He listened carefully. The mother was boiling a pot of water with only stones inside, pretending to cook so the children would think food was coming. Umar's heart sank. He knocked on the door and asked the woman why she was struggling. She did not recognize him and replied, "Our ruler, Umar, does not care about us. My children are starving, and I have nothing to feed them." Umar did not get angry. He did not argue. Instead, he turned back and went straight to the storehouse. With his own hands, he lifted a heavy sack of flour and filled it with food. His servant, who was with him, offered to carry it, but Umar refused. "Will you carry my burden on the day of judgment?" he asked. He walked back to the woman's house and personally cooked the food for her children. He watched as they ate and smiled, their hunger finally gone. The woman, still unaware of who he was, thanked him and said, "You should rule instead of Umar. You have more kindness than him." Umar smiled and gently said, "But I am Umar." The woman was shocked, unable to believe that the great ruler of the empire was the same man who carried food on his back and cooked for her children. This was the kind of leader Umar was. He did not rule with power alone. He ruled with honesty, humility, and justice. He understood that being a leader was not about wearing a crown, but about serving the people. And here is the greatest lesson from the story of Umar ibn Al-Khattab. True leadership is not about power. It is about responsibility. A true leader does not live in comfort while his people suffer. He does not chase wealth or fame. He puts his people first and serves them with honesty. This is why Umar ibn Al-Khattab is remembered, not just as a ruler, but as a symbol of justice, truth, and humility. Perhaps, in today's world, we need more leaders like Umar, leaders who carry the weight of responsibility, not for their own benefit, but for the betterment of the people. The question is, what kind of person will you choose to be?